Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 25 online game. Today we've got the Miami Dolphins. We're taking on the Baltimore Ravens at M&T Bank Stadium, and we've got Tyreek Hill to focus on today. We'll be looking to get the Cheetah, his X Factor of Rack 'em Up, activated. This will definitely be one of the toughest ones to get going. We need 5 receptions of 20 plus yards with Tyreek. Thankfully, that's not air yards, that's just receptions, so we can include rack yardage on that, but it's still not going to be easy because that means we got to spam Tyreek a lot. But if anybody can get this done in the game of Madden, of course, it's the man with 99 speed. Of course, the man they called the Cheetah, who got open there. We just got to protect Tua. Just give him half a second to lob it downfield. There's Tyreek. There's the touchdown. One-on-one coverage is not going to work. So Stevens, I should not see you on the island again, or else I will see you in the end zone watching Tyreek Hill celebrate. At some point, my opponent has to make the adjustment to put too high safety. With this Miami Dolphins team, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, you just cannot play single coverage. You gotta just play too high and hope for the best. Suppose just hope they run the ball, right? It's the opposite of this Ravens team, where you kind of hope that Lamar Jackson just drops back and pass. Now, like the Dolphins, they can run the ball efficiently. The Ravens can definitely pass efficiently with Lamar Jackson. It's just the lesser of two evils, because either you deal with that or you deal with the Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry tandem running the rock. And that just sounds like a thorn in our side to even try to figure out. But if Lamar was to drop back, hey man, we got some pass rushers. We got Bradley Chubb. We can make it a 3rd down and 19. But look, Lamar Jackson is a 2-time MVP for a reason. It's not just because he runs pretty well and has 96 speed. The man's a 98 overall. He's got great throwing stats as well. And yeah, like, he can run. So if my opponent decides to mix this in with the passing game, then we are truly in trouble, as he's gonna bomb us over the top. That's Rashad Bateman. That's right into the bucket by Lamar, which of course is fine, right? Giving up touchdowns early in these games keeps the opponent invested. You guys know the deal, so we're cool with that. And of course, also on these kind of games offensively, we're not trying to return any kickoffs, right? Raheem Mostert might have the potential to return a kickoff. You will never know though, because I'm just gonna run straight into somebody, try to not fumble the ball, and get Tyreek back on the field. The Cheetah's on the crosser. But we need to give Tua great protection because he does not have the quickest release. Just got to get a sliver of space and let it fire. Here's Tua. Oh, that's in stride, on target, and wave him goodbye. It's like the Ravens pulled the handbrake. Tyreek is so far gone and throwing up the deuces for the touchdown. It's that easy. It is simply that easy. That is 2 on the counter. I wish touchdowns would accelerate that counter, because we still got to get it to 5, even though we've scored 2 touchdowns so far with Tyreek Hill. I feel like that should be something with the X Factors, right? Like, defensive X Factors automatically activate on interceptions, even if the requirement is more so lean towards incompletions or something like that, right? So it would be nice if offensive touchdown or offensive X Factors at least boosted that way, because 5 is really hard to get in an online game. And like I said, we have 2. We gotta get more. And at some point, it's just gonna be like, yeah, he's probably just gonna triple team Tyreek Hill and leave Jalen Waddle wide open. I'm gonna have to make the choice of, do I score with Jalen Waddle or force it to Tyreek Hill? Woe me, as we end the first quarter with a Derrick Henry run. So far, not really getting much going in the ground game from my opponent. He really seems to want to pass the ball here, and just taking his lumps right now, taking his hits with Derrick Henry, but damn, that's wide open. That's Nelson Aguilar, and that's a touchdown for the Ravens again. I think he got matched up with a linebacker, and we made that really easy. A little easier than I wanted to make it. Look, we're not trying to play lockdown defense, but at the same time, we don't exactly want to give it away that easily. But it's all right. We'll get back on the field quickly, and look, we got a lot of work to do with Tyreek Hill, so let's just focus on that, and then we'll worry about defense afterwards, as Braxton Berrios with the nice return using this Dolphins playbook. And of course, you got all of these cheat motions that are a ton of fun to use, as we are somehow gonna try to get that into Tyreek. That would have been an amazing pass from Tua, and he nearly got it in there, to be fair to him, as we try to get the post to Tyreek. Just need that protection. Right now, the Ravens are screaming at us. It's 3rd down and 16, 3-man rush. This will give us the time, but 8 in coverage means, we got to wait and hope somebody gets open. Didn't happen there. Once again, not in time. And on 4th down, we did not bring our punter to Baltimore. We're going to go for it. Here's Tua. Drop back. Firing. Odell Beckham Jr. We talked about Waddle. We talked about Hill. OBJ, man, he's a part of this offense as well. Let's show him some love. Unfortunately, we show Eddie Jackson some love, and that is not what we're trying to do, as Eddie Jackson nearly took that back for a touchdown. That was sketchy for a second. I just, forced that one in there for Tyreek, hoping I could fit one in, but that was a ball that had no business being put in that position. So we'll just have to own that one up, and let's see if we can play some defense now, right? We actually want to play some defense and get a stop. But, of course, this is Madden 25, so let's see what we got. 3rd down and 9. Couldn't get that interception with Holland. Down low to Henry. Got to survive and Coho. And I believe that's not Brandon Jones. Whoever's 29 now in this Dolphins defense did just enough to bring up a 4th down. Here's Lamar on the run. No pocket presence. And a turnover on downs. Ramsey makes the tackle in the flats. We continue to just mix up all the motions. Looking downfield. That's Tyreek. That should be 20 yards. I believe we just got it. That's a 22-yard gain. That should be enough to add one to the counter. Shout out to Reek on the crosser. That speed just makes such a difference. And since this is an X factor that we can get rack yardage with, we can run jet passes to try to get one on the counter. As you see, I'm trying to put him underneath a little bit just to try to open up a deep pass if possible. Doesn't really seem like it's going to be here. We got to go end zone at this point. We want to get Tyreek the ball and holding. Roquan Smith there. No, thank you. We actually get a gain of a yard, and we actually have to put this one pretty deep in the end zone if we want to get 20-plus yards. I think that'll do. I think that will certainly do, as Tyreek Hill got both feet in for the touchdown. And yeah, not even a booth review. They say it's all good and gravy for Miami. We highballed that one. I got the achievement to prove it. It was not an accurate pass from Tua. We got a yellow release, but the high balls definitely need to be tuned down in Madden 25. But for now, we'll use that to our advantage, at least on that play, because that was solid user coverage by my opponent. It's just the high ball puts it to where only Tyreek can get it, and almost where Tyreek could not get it, as this is where Ramsey can get it. That was a ball that had no business being thrown by Lamar Jackson, and that's going to give us a chance to steal some points before the end of the first half. I'm not thinking about field goal, though. I'm trying to get a cheap 20 yards with Tyreek before we go into the locker room. I'm cool with being up by 7. But you know what would be better? Being up by 14! Oh my goodness! That's just cheating from the Cheetah on the last play of the first half! No way Tyreek got that open! How do you let that happen, Tyreek? I mean, that's speed, but that's also just like, what are the Ravens doing? I don't know how that worked. I was not really thinking about that throw working for a touchdown when I drew that play up. I was just like, all right, I want to clear out. I want to get Tyreek underneath on the post, take some guys downfield, and work underneath. Like I said, get a cheap gain before halftime. I had no intentions of really scoring that play, but I mean, Tyreek is a cheat code in itself, man. The only guy with 99 speed. They didn't even give Xavier Worthy 99 speed, and he ran the fastest 40 that's ever been recorded in NFL Combine history. So that shows you how highly regarded Tyreek is in this game. And not only does he have the speed, he also makes these contested catches. So it's just pick your poison, I suppose. 8 catches for 225 yards and adding a little bit more. But of course, these are not really big gains. These are not good enough for us to get the X Factor going. This is more than fine as Tyreek makes the gain. Tyreek should have had the touchdown, but we've got the X Factor activated. I want to put Tyreek on the field and maybe not throw that play because those two slants were a little bit too close to each other. Bad route combination. 2nd down, let's just put Tyreek on a drag, right? It's rack him up. We can easily rack up a drag with Tyreek Hill, just like this. Or Tua will sell us out and make us lose the X Factor. Well, I'm not really too mad because I was not really expecting anything crazy from rack 'em up, man. Like, racks should work. I don't know how you can make a rack overpowered. Like, racks kind of work pretty crazy in this game anyways, and have worked pretty crazy for years in Madden. We just got a free first down, and illegal contact on Roquan Smith. That is a brutal penalty on 3rd down and 15 to take. And, of course, I threw it into the end zone after I realized it was a free play and probably should have gotten picked off, but it's all right. 2nd down. We're going to put Tyreek in motion. Okay, I tried to give it to Tyreek on the jet sweep, but Tua got sacked beforehand. Tyreek in motion. He's going over the top of Waddle. Fit it in there, Tua. Oh, Tua certainly did, but Tyreek just could not make the catch. I mean, that was really tough. I'm not going to be upset that Tyreek didn't make that catch. But, I mean, Tua put it in there, man. I'm upset for Tua because that was more of a Tua Tagovailoa highlight than a Tyreek we scored that play. We do kick our field goal to make it a 17-point game. At this point, we have already accomplished our X-Factor goal. So, I'm cool with just chilling for the rest of this one and try to solidify the dub as we get out of here. Let's see if my opponent can cook something up offensively. Do or die drive. And, oh, man. Put him in the coffin. That was nasty. And oh no, it's a double lateral. This one goes to nobody except the Baltimore Ravens. At this point, I'm truly goofing around right now and just keeping him involved for one more play before he throws another interception. Let's see if this lateral works out. Jalen Ramsey's back there somewhere. I know he is. He did not get the ball at first, but Ramsey eventually recovers. Look, Ramsey's on fire now, so this doubles as a Jalen Ramsey bottleneck video. Hey, guys, 2-for-1 special. Shout out to Ramsey for getting that interception before the end of the first half because he's now lit up as we go for Tyreek one more time. But this time, it's actually intercepted by Stevens, who did a pretty decent job. That's a tough throw to ask from Tua, and obviously, I just forced it there in that situation. Not one we would do if it was like a close game or something like that, but definitely one we want to do if we're trying to have some fun right now and, you know, little consequences of throwing the interception. It's a 17-point game. I'm leaving Ramsey on the island, and this is why. On fire, Jalen Ramsey. Why would you even think of throwing it his way? He bottlenecks Zay Flowers and returns it all the way to about the 23-yard line. This will be the final play of the game because my opponent rage quits. For the record, bottleneck actually did not work. I played press man, and Ramsey was the only one that didn't press on the play, but he got the interception, so go figure. Madden, man. Anyways, leave a like on this one if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 25 online games, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.